isn't that girl, the Step On Me Mommy girl? Derek did a video on her. She's a Gorilla Mind sponsored athlete. People worship, idolize this girl. Coach Greg, and today a natty or not on popular YouTuber and TikToker Leanbeef Patty, also known as Beef Patty. So I had a number of requests for a natty or not on this girl. Most recently, she posted a natty or not on herself. Am I natural now? What am I taking? And I thought to myself, wait, isn't that girl, the Step On Me Mommy girl? Derek did a video on her. She's a Gorilla Mind sponsored athlete. People worship, idolize this girl. But is she in fact natural? And what is she taking? And so rather than speculate, well, I'm going to watch her video and tell you what she's doing.
Today, I'm going to talk about a topic that I have been avoiding for a long time for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, I didn't think it was necessary to address.
Okay, and so she's been avoiding talking about her natty or not status as she did not feel that she should have to answer these questions. After all, it's her own private business. She hasn't claimed to be natural. She's not saying, I'm natural. She hasn't said she's not natural. It's up to her, and that is totally her right. She does not have to come out and say if she's taking something or not. Only if you claim that you're natural in the past, and then you're not, then you owe it to people to say, yeah, I used to say I was natural, but now I'm not. Kind of like Christian Guzman, who has failed to tell us that he's no longer natural. Also, she didn't want to come across as being a jerk, saying, you know, I'm natural or I'm not natural, saying, and so it's a touchy subject. So she did, in fact, avoid it. However, a lot of people have made natty or nots videos on her, accusing her of taking PDs, and so she kind of felt she had to address it at this point. A lot of speculation as to what she's taking, not taking, and so she's just going to say, hey, this is what I take, believe it or not.
I really didn't think I needed to talk about this, but recently I have been seeing some like natty or not reviewers whom usually I just write off as like clearly they are just clickbait.
And so personally, I think it's okay for people to speculate and say, I think maybe she does this, or she looks like she might have taken this, or it's probably very difficult to look like this if you're natural, but it's not okay to lie. And so if people said, I know she took testosterone because she said so, and she didn't, that is going too far. And so she's saying a lot of the natty or not creators have been doing natty or nots on her. And I thought, well, who are the main three? Coach Greg, Derek, and Philion. And I couldn't see natty or nots on these people. So apparently smaller YouTube channels are making videos, clickbait perhaps, talking about her natty or not status. And to me, that is a compliment. It means you've developed an amazing physique, one of which people are doubting you could achieve natural. And just so you know, I get a ton of YouTubers who actually DM me in private saying, I would love for you to do a natty or not on myself. I don't care if you say I'm natural, not natural. Just say what you think. It's a compliment. More people are going to find out I have a channel. They're going to go and check me out. They're going to believe or disbelieve whatever they want. And so please do a natty or not. And so my personal opinion, if someone does a natty or not on you, take it as a compliment. And so Leanbeef Patty, she does have an amazing physique. And so I'm not surprised that people would speculate or guess that she is in fact not natural.
I think it's important to remember that you really cannot tell if somebody is on PEDs unless they tell you, I'm on PEDs, or you've seen them shoot up, or they've had their blood work done and it shows that they're using things.
Great point. You cannot tell someone's on PDs or not on PEs just based on their physique alone. Unless, of course, they're so over-the-top, mind-blowing, ridiculous that it would be foolish to think that they're actually natural. For example, open-class Mr. Olympia competitors. You know they're not, in fact, natural. But you can, in fact, develop a far superior physique to the average person and still be natural if you, in fact, have amazing genetics. And to the same extent, you might be blasting everything in sight, including what you made in your own kitchen sink, and still look like dog shit. Some people have such bad genetics that they could take test, trend, D-ball, GH, you name it, they're taking it, and they still don't have an above average looking physique.
Because there's a lot more people that use than you would think. There's people that you would look at and not think that they are doing anything extra.
Exactly. Way more people using PEDs than you think. Trust me. I know. Used to be involved in this. I know. Tons of people taking PEDs. They don't even look average. Taking more than people who are actually bodybuilders. And why? Because they want to look average. And so you can't just look around and say, oh, that can be achieved naturally, and so that proves they're natural. No, just because some people can look like that natural doesn't mean that they can.
Me personally, I have not. I don't see a reason to.
And so is she in fact natural? Yes, she is in fact natural. She sees no reason why she should. And look at her physique. Does she look like she needs PEDs to look amazing? She already has a far superior physique to the average woman. Way above average, 99th percentile. And so why would she need to take anything when she has such amazing genetics that she can look like this without it? And does that mean that you can look like this natural? Well, most cannot. Most people could do exactly what she did, copy her program, training, eating style, and look not even close to this good. And so what does that prove? It proves that she has amazing genetics, that she won the genetic lottery. And so you take a woman with a physique this good, give her PEDs, well, hey, that is how women become IFBB pros.
So do you need PEDs for a physique like mine? No, absolutely not.
Well, that applies to her. To her. Do not compare yourself to her. If you have below average or very poor genetics, you could train 20 years, never even come close to looking this good. Even with PEDs, many people will not look like this. Even with PEDs. And so what we see in most people is a self-fulfilling bias, which is normal. When you see what you've done and what you've accomplished done naturally with hard work, you assume that other people, if they did the same thing, could kind of get your results. It's not true. You need to have amazing genetics. And so just because she was able to get her physique this way naturally through hard work, training, and so on, doesn't mean that you can. Some can. Of course they can. Perhaps 1 in 100. But for the most part, most women trained naturally will not look like this at the age of 24. And think of it. She's got millions of followers on TikTok, hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube. This is the elite of the elite, the cream of the crop. We have billions of people on this planet, and what we see is the best of the best. They seem to rise to the top. The best physiques are the one you're going to notice. When you're scrolling through TikTok, her physique, it stands out. If she had a below average physique, maybe you see her photo and you keep swiping until you see that girl with the freaky six-pack abs that she has. And that makes you stop, glance, and perhaps give a follow. And so those who have above average or amazing physiques, who have put in the work, that is who most likely you're going to follow after years of scrolling through Instagram.
Are there people that probably would need PEDs? Maybe. Am I saying to use them? I'm not.
And she's not bragging. She's not saying I'm better than you. It's just she so happens to have the genetics that allow her to look like this naturally. Other people using PEDs to have a certain look, she doesn't think that's bad. She's saying, hey, you do you, I'm doing me. I'm not judging you. And so she's simply stating, I'm natural. I want to proclaim I'm not taking anything. I want people to know that it is in fact possible to look like this natural. Not everyone, but if you do have a great genetics, you can do it.
I have abdominal muscles that show, even at a slightly higher body fat percentage, I don't store a lot of fat around my midsection.
She's not obese, overweight. The girl's lean, shredded. You see the girl's abs, quads, back. And so we don't actually know where she would in fact store body fat, as she's hardly storing any at all.
Some people have very lean legs and store fat in other places. Some people have very lean muscular arms and store fat in other places. You know, it's just how the cookie crumbles.
Everything she's saying, it's bang on. Some store more fat in their arms versus their waist, their legs, their glutes. And so if you have the genetic lottery, all your fat's stored in the glutes, not in the abs. Great. Small waist, round glutes, that gives you a curvy physique, what most women are aspiring to have. Slim and thick, perhaps.
At the moment, I wouldn't even consider this like a peak physique for me.
And I'm sure many people are thinking, no, her genetics aren't that great. She just works so hard, harder than everyone. She admittedly says, this is not even my peak physique. This is me not even trying that hard. I look like this with a little bit of effort. No, Greg, you're making it up. No. Let's listen to what she says she does to develop this physique.
I like to go out to eat with my friends. I like to stay up late at night and not get enough sleep. I like to eat what I want, when I want.
Even with sub-maximal effort, holding back, having a good life, having fun, she still has this kind of an amazing physique.
But as it is now, zero reason to question in my opinion.
And so she believes with her current level of development right now, there's zero reason to question her natty or not status. On this point, I have to 100% disagree. And not because I think her opinion is invalid, it's because compared to most people, her physique is just that freaking good.
Even at the moment, I've been struggling pretty heavily with some body dysmorphia because I've changed my workout routine as of recent just to focus on some other things.
And in case you think that the elites, the best looking, the best built athletes, they got it made, they have such amazing physiques, if only I could look like that, I would love my body, love myself, I'd have the life that I want. She literally says, I'm suffering from body dysmorphia. Looking like this suffers from body dysmorphia. Look at her. Body dysmorphia, that's a mental health condition. You're so unhappy with the way that you look that it's affecting your daily life. Perhaps you get obsessed, you can't stand the way you look in the mirror. You resort to extremes. You're always thinking about it. Oftentimes people resort to cosmetic surgery. They get addicted. I need to get this, I need to do that. They're just not happy with how they look. Look at this girl. And you know what? This often, very often, can lead to the abuse of PDs and in fact becoming not natural. Imagine the pressure to look this good. All her videos, look at the six-pack, comments. I would love those abs. Go watch Derek's video. Step on me, mommy. Please cookbook on me. Do this to me. Beat me up. Oh, I love it. Step on me, mommy. And so, of course, there is pressure for her to take PDs, but I do believe her when she says she's natural. And so she's recently transferred from doing hypertrophy workouts to more powerlifting, strength-based workouts, and it's causing some body dysmorphia. My opinion, go back to doing what made you happy. No reason to switch to powerlifting just because it's cool, trending, and what people are doing. If it's making you not feel good about your body, that you don't like the way you look or feel, go back to doing what made you happy.
Truthfully, I think it is equally as harmful to accuse natty people of being PED users as it is for a PED user to deny that they use.
And I do believe that she has a great point. That could in fact limit some people and perhaps make them think they need to use PDs before they actually do. And so my advice, which takes care of everything, do it natural. Find out. Train for years first. Do it natural and do it to the best of your ability. Maximize your training, your diet, your sleep, everything. And only then, when you've done everything you can do and you've gone to your genetic limit, only then should you ever consider using PDs, and still shouldn't do it. And if you do, always get the advice of your doctor, but at least then you will know. Most people using PDs, they do it far too young. They're teenagers. They've only been training for a few years. You have no idea what your potential is. And so if you're on the fence thinking, maybe I'm going to do it, maybe I'm not, the answer is not. Don't do it. And so what does she actually take? Well, she's sponsored by Derek. She takes several of his products, Walskine, Gorilla Mode, pre-workouts, sometimes with stim, sometimes not with stim, EAs, things like that, natural supplements. And before I go, hope you noticed the background. This just came in, just did this morning. Hard copy versions of the cookbook. For example, you have your meals, descriptions, everything, how to do it, whole egg. And so over 200 pages of information. Calories and vegetables, fruits, proteins, and so on. This is the hard copy version. And if you, in fact, have the PDF version, bought it in the past, we have a special discount for you. Please go and check your emails. The emails should be set by now. You can click, get a significant discount. It's about 75% off of the actual version of the book. You can get that because you've already bought the PDF. We're not going to make you pay full price if you want to get the book. Also, the training books, they've come in as well. Full workout descriptions, take your choice from beginner, intermediate, advanced. You can get the book that you need. And if you don't have the money to get these books, remember, we have free training programs close to 20 pages for free. I mean, come on, what do you have to lose? It's free. Become a newsletter subscriber, get the free training program, you start that. You want future training programs, you can, of course, buy the books, get different programs based on your needs. It's how I train. You only need to go to the gym 2 to 3 days a week. It's more so for people that are trying to get in the shape of their life, become better butter burners, lose fat, get leaner, stay in shape, be healthy. That's what it's all about. I'm training 3 days a week in the gym. The rest, I'm racing bikes. And so if you want to train like me, please click the link in the description, become a newsletter subscriber. Also, as always, harder than last time supplements. To get those, click the link in the description. Can't wait for all the new exciting products coming out. Please click the link in the description. Don't forget to watch one of the bloops. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm, like the video. You can get the Circle Diet book as well. And until next time, I am out.